Top of the morning, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and to all the kangaroos out there, a hearty and healthy Irish hello. I have to give the animals some love every morning. They deserve it. Celtic Coach here, cup of tea and your question for today. Now, this may be a life-changing question. And that's why I've got some hearts going on over here somewhere. Where the hell? Oh, there we go. Everything's turned around, you know. A little bit like life. All right. I was thinking about this question, you know, I've had moments in my life where a question or a statement or a mantra or something significant has come to me, a message. And sometimes it comes from some pain in my body. Sometimes it comes from an event in my life. Sometimes it comes from just somebody saying something to me. Sometimes it comes in the form of a picture on a church door in the middle of Texas. I did a peace walk across America in 2008 called the Gandhi Peace Walk. And I walked from LA to Washington, D.C. Took about 17 months, 5 pairs of shoes, and a lot of bunions, a lot of what do you call those, blisters. And when I was walking through the panhandle of Texas, I took a break. I was having a really terrible day, and I found some shade by this old church, and on the door was written something that just really blew my mind, because I'd been spending so much time pushing and forcing the walk to work, and we weren't creating funds for the village in India through the walk. Things were not going well. I was not healthy. I mean, it was just a bunch of things where I was ready to really give up. But most of it was not from what was going on in the walk, but it was all the forcing that I was doing via my thinking. You see, there's no real thing as pressure. Pressure is something that's created through our thinking, via our consciousness. It's something that we put on ourselves through our thinking, and we feel it in the moment. And I was sitting down there just ready to bawl my eyes out, and I turned around and I looked on the wall, on the door, and had a sign there, and it said, "When nothing is sure, everything is possible." Now, in that moment, it was like bells and whistles and angels singing. I realized what I was doing was I was forcing the walk to work instead of stepping back and just enjoying the walk, enjoying the ride, enjoying the adventure, the experience. I was wanting to know that if I did this, I would create this result. And we do that in lives all the time. We're constantly putting pressure on ourselves, innocently putting pressure on ourselves to have a certain result from something that we're doing, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whether it's a project, whether it's asking somebody for something. We're constantly putting that pressure via our thinking on that result. Now, I've done a lot of, you can go to thecelticcoach.com. I have some shows in there. If you go under weekly radio show, I have a few shows there. Being okay with not being okay, falling in love with the unknown. There's quite a few shows in there that talk more about what I'm talking about today. And that was a life changer. Second life changer in my life came about a year ago. I was taking a course as a professional life coach. I'm always taking courses. I'm always, just getting better, learning more tools and different things to help my clients. And it's one of the things I love about coaching. And I heard a man say, one of my teachers, one of my mentors, Michael Neal, I heard him say, slowing down to the speed of life. And boy, if that didn't hit me, I mean, it floored me. It was one of those things that I'd heard and I went, wow. Now that's a life message that, not as a prescription, okay, now I'm going to go out and live that. But it was something that I just felt inside, you know? And I thought, wow, that's important. And now I have given that some practice in my life, slowing down. I've asked myself, where in my life can I slow down to the speed of life, as opposed to what most of us, including myself, do is we're trying to live at the speed of our thinking. And I talked a lot about, did a show last week, I'll put a link up a little bit later, creating a successful business. And I talked a bit about slowing down to the speed of life. That was a real changer for me, because I realized how fast I was running around trying to get this done and get that done, and, you know, prove to myself that I could do this, and, you know, a lot of outside stuff of trying to control my outside world so I felt inside safe and protected. But see, that never works, because the outside world is constantly changing. So is our inside world, but we experience the world from the inside. So your question for today could be a life-changing question for you. Now, I would highly recommend or invite you to grab a cup of tea, sit down, turn the phone off, turn the iWatch off, the iPhone, the iComputer, all the eyes, the iToaster, and sit down. And now you can write this question out on a piece of paper and look at it. You can put it on a board. I have a big board that I put quotes and different things on. Or you can just sit and relax. You see, clarity comes when you're relaxed. Clarity never comes. Insight never comes when you're tense. Stress, anxiety, pressure, those are the things that come when you're overthinking things, when you're feeling your thinking. We live in a world of thought, and we feel our thinking. We don't feel the outside world. We feel our thinking about the outside world, which is, that in itself is a life changer. So your question for today, sit, relax with a cup of tea, or however you just get comfortable. Allow yourself to land. Allow the plane of life, the airplane of life to land. And ask yourself this question. And then don't think about the answer. Just ask yourself the question. And if you look up and out, that'll gets the neocortex going, activates the neocortex, the frontal lobe, where you have all your future thinking, your solution, your creation, your ideas, your new perspectives. That's all here in one of your three brains. You have three brains, believe it or not. Yes, many voices, three brains. So ask yourself this question. If my life had a life-changing message for me today, what would it be? If my life had a life-changing message for me today, what would it be? What might it be? What could it be? And ask yourself that once or twice, and then just relax into the answer. Don't try to think the answer. Allow the wisdom that you already have inside, that innate intelligence, that God spark, that spirit, whatever, intuition, whatever you want to call it, wisdom, inner wisdom. Allow that to give you a message. If your life had a life-changing message for you today, what might it be? What might life share with you that is life-changing? And then when it gives you something, ponder it. Don't obsess about it or think, but ponder it. Where in my life is this true? Where in my life is it not true? Where in my life could I start to create more of this, whatever the message is? Everyone have a great day today. Think big, have fun, stay curious. I'm the Celtic Coach. We'll see you all tomorrow. Cheers, everyone.